If you're thinking about diving into the Pimax 8K XVR headset for the ultimate immersive experience, hold on, because I'm about to reveal some surprising truths that most reviews won't tell you. This headset promises an ultra-wide 200 degrees field of view and dual native 4K displays for jaw-dropping clarity. But here's what surprised me. Despite these specs, many users report frustrating issues that might ruin your VR adventure. Most people expect a flawless experience, but the reality, well, it's not so simple. Now, is the Pimax 8KX the VR innovation you've been waiting for, or just a high-res mirage? Stay tuned, because I'll break down the highs and lows, and by the end, you'll know exactly who this headset is really for. Ready to find out if this VR beast lives up to the hype, or if it's just a pretty face with some big problems? Let's dive in. First up, the jaw-dropping feature everyone talks about, the 200-degree field of view. Imagine your VR world expanding almost as wide as your natural eyesight. The promise here is simple: no more looking through binoculars, and a VR scene that feels real and unrestricted. For gamers and VR enthusiasts craving immersion, this is a big deal. But here's the twist: getting this ultra-wide faux V to work flawlessly requires a powerful, desktop-level rig. The recommended specs: RTX 2080 or better GPU, Intel i5 to 9400 or newer CPU, and at least 8 gigs of RAM. Laptops, forget it. Pimax even warns the headset isn't optimized for GTX 3090 because of signal output issues. So if your gaming rig isn't top tier, brace for some serious headaches, lag, stuttering, or degraded visuals. And speaking of visuals, the Pimax 8KX boasts dual native 4K displays, rendering 3840 x 2160 pixels per eye, which is a massive pixel count. Theoretically, this should crush the infamous screen door effect, where you can see the tiny pixels between pixels. But while the hardware sounds promising, many users report that to harness this power fully, you need to tweak a maze of software settings via Piddle and SteamVR, which can feel like wrestling a tech beast. Who knew buying a VR headset came with a side of IT degree? On the plus side, the screen clarity and color fidelity are genuinely impressive when everything runs smoothly. The nearly 50% increased subpixel density compared to previous models makes a difference in crispness and sharpness, making virtual worlds look lifelike. But here's the catch. Many long-term owners complain about inconsistent performance and occasional driver conflicts that can make these stunning visuals disappear into glitches or crashes. Remember, a Ferrari engine doesn't help if you're stuck in traffic. Similarly, Pimax's beastly specs sometimes get bogged down by rough software compatibility. So how about sound? The Pimax 8KX includes a new deluxe modular audio strap, DMAS, featuring a 4D HD driver unit. This upgrade promises strong bass response, clean mids, and detailed highs, crucial for immersing in a roaring engine or booming explosions. The cool part: Pimax's audio engineers apparently worked hard to deliver fast transient response in the sound, meaning you get a sharper, punchier audio experience than many competitors offer. That was a pleasant surprise, especially since sound quality is often an afterthought in VR headsets. Now, before you start packing your virtual bags to explore, there's another hurdle. Setting up the Pimax 8KX is not for the faint-hearted. You'll need to install SteamVR before you even attempt to install Piddle, the custom Pimax driver. Plus, room scale tracking requires at least one lighthouse tracking device, adding to the overall cost and complexity. In other words, this isn't a plug-and-play headset. It's more like an adventurous tech puzzle. If you enjoy tinkering and fine-tuning your gear, you might find that exciting. But if you want effortless setup and instantly jump into VR, this may slow you down. At this point, you're probably asking, wait, who exactly is the Pimax 8KX good for? Well, let me break it down. If you have a powerhouse desktop rig, love customizing your VR experience, and are okay with some upfront troubleshooting for the sake of ultra-wide views and stunning visuals, this headset is for you. It suits VR content creators, hardcore simulators, and those who want to push VR boundaries beyond mainstream brands like Oculus or HTC. But casual users or those with mid-range PCs should steer clear unless they enjoy wrestling with drivers and configs. This headset is like that fancy sports car with manual transmission. It offers great power but demands skill and patience. Now let's talk about price and user sentiment, which matters a lot. The Pimax 8K carries a hefty price tag reflective of its premium features, but it scores just 2.8 stars on Amazon. Why? Because many users face disappointment due to the complicated setup, compatibility issues, and some hardware quirks. One reviewer even joked they spent more time updating drivers than playing games. Another said it's like buying a spaceship and realizing you need to learn rocket science just to take off. Ouch. But here's the thing. Those willing to invest time and effort often find a rewarding VR experience. If you want quick thrills, you might want to keep scrolling. Despite these issues, Pimax shows commitment to improving the headset with regular firmware and software updates. Their community forums and official support are active, helping users troubleshoot problems. Plus, the headset's modular design means you can replace the audio strap or tracking components as needed, which is a smart move for future-proofing. So it's definitely not a dead-end purchase. It's an evolving platform. Before I wrap this up, let's throw in some light relief. Why don't VR developers ever play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding in a game where nobody's blinking. Or how about, I tried playing VR horror games on the Pimax 8K. Turns out, my heart rate monitor needed a VR headset just from my panic. Oh, and here's one. I told my friend the field of view on this headset is like eating pizza with the crust, wide enough to cover everything you want, but sometimes a bit too much for your eyes. Finally, why did the gamer bring a ladder to VR? Because they heard the Pimax 8K offers a 200-degree view and wanted to get a higher perspective. All right, here's the bottom line. The Pimax 8K is an ambitious, cutting-edge VR headset with jaw-dropping specs that promise an unparalleled, immersive experience. But it's not without its quirks and challenges. Strong PC requirements, tricky setup, and mixed user feedback make it a headset best suited for enthusiasts and professionals willing to invest time in perfecting their setup. If you're looking for premium visuals and wide FOV and love diving into tweaking with software and hardware, it might just be your dream device. However, if you prefer something more plug-and-play with less hassle, there are other VR headsets on the market with easier setup and better out-of-the-box support. But remember, no VR experience is perfect and immersive until you see it through your own eyes. And the Pimax 8K tries to get as close to reality as current tech allows. If you want to grab the Pimax 8K for yourself, check the link in the description for the best price on Amazon. Prices can change fast, so don't wait too long if this headset sounds like your kind of beast. Dive in thoughtfully, invest in a great PC to match, and you might just find the VR experience you've been dreaming of. Thanks for watching, and if you found this honest review helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the latest tech and gadgets. Stay tuned, there's a whole virtual universe waiting out there.